Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Sam Darnold and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Ready, clock 40. Slide through. 52, check view. Check 9, check 9. Ready, go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On first down, it's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 96 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Down, black, 95, drill, 52.
They'll run on first down. Lawton, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Trouble, 38. Opposite, green. Check white. Check 50. Kill. Check.
On the run is Benjamin.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, here's Davis-Price.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Reed. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this one complete to Reed. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, you don't want to...
You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Had it with this.
See that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 46.
Black Ultra.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Tua. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touch. Back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Darnold on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
From the 50, it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw going into the hands of Williams. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, it's Reed, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Darnold. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Darnold now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 69 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll run on 1st down. Callahan. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Lawton, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here. In this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Reed, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check. 55 to
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Reed. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well.
Cycle. Smash, red. Hey, cross steal.
2 and now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the route is on here in this first half. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Reed.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and the Bucs will take over.
At their own 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Derek Brown in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with a... Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55,
From the 41, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the twins. Check it back, 36.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going long for Coates. Touchdown Dolphins. A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Darnold. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, it's Reed. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going long for Coates. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, Davis Price. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Lawton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On the ground, Benjamin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the... Now a hit and a
loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Reed, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd down and 5.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. SOS. Check that. Go.
Up the middle they go. Callahan. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, I think even he's chuckling a little bit now. What a start this is to a regular season. Charles, you remember 3 touchdowns on the ground last week in the opener, and he's got 2 more here. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit on the incredulous side, doesn't he? Is this how it's going to go all year long? If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Reed, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to...
And this is caught, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to throw again. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run the counter. Lawton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This is Benjamin. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 50 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the press. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here is another interception. There he goes, right side. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. There you go.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Lawton, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, Darnold looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down. One last throw now for Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Dolphins, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.